got the notes? Right? Chalo, let's see this. So we had created one class as a student class, right? Now inside this student class we had taken the name, ID and degree. Okay, yeah, fine. Okay. After that, we had created the Hibernate configuration classes. Yes, the Hibernate configuration classes is there. And in app.java class, guys, everybody concentrate. In app.java class, instead of writing the things by our own, right? Just so instead of writing the things by our own, right? I mean to say all the configuration file, we had created one singleton class known as connection stabilizer. Inside this connection stabilizer class, we had created one private static factory class and one method get connection method where we had written if the factory will be null, then we are configuring the files. I hope everybody remember these things, right? Everybody remember this thing? We had done it on Friday only, guys, right? On like factory equals to null, then we are just configuring the application and all those, and we are reusing it in every other place. Now we are done with the app class where we are using the persist method. This persist method will do what, guys? Tell me what it will do. Which query? Which query? Insert query. Great. Insert query is there. Insert with the help of insert query, Hibernate internally going to hit the insert query, guys, and then you are getting the result. The next one is right now for getting the value. We had seen how many methods, guys? Two methods: get method and get reference. Now again you can see we are not writing the terms by our own, we are reusing it. We are reusing it, and then we are getting the value. Now tell me, this get method is deprecated one or not? New version is what? Which method is there? Get reference. What is the difference between get and get reference, guys? Think about it. What is the difference between get and get reference? If we are not going to if we are not going to call any methods of our class, only we will call the get method. Is get method will hit the query? What about get reference? It will hit the query, guys. Baba, if I am writing this one, I'm hiding these things. I'm not reusing it. Get reference will hit the query? No. Only when it will going to show the query? When we are using any method or functionality of our class. The next one. Right now, get method, if the primary key is not available, 3 something. Tell me, if the primary key is not available right now, so get method will give you the exception or null? If this is not available, it will give you exception or null? Exception or null? If it is null, then only you will get null pointer exception, na? Arey yaar. If it is null, right now, suppose 3 is not available. See here, guys. See here, guys. See right now, it is giving you any exception right now? No. Right? It will not give you any type of exception, right? But if we see the same thing with get reference, tell me, are we going to get any exception? What is the exception name, guys? Entity not found or object not found. Let's check out, guys. Right? This is the interview questions, right? Please remember this. Let's see. Go. You can see what it is giving you, guys. Object not found exception. Right. Great. But the same thing if you find out here, it will not give you object not found exception. It will going to give you can see. Remember this difference, guys. These difference are the very important terms. Let's see the next one. Now we had done with we had done with the revision purpose of Friday class. Let's go for the new terms. Okay, everybody concentrate. It's an important one for today, guys. Let me first drop the table, then I will show you. I already dropped them. Chalo, let's see. What is that clear screen? Sila? Let's see, guys. Now what happened right now? You can see, check out, everybody, please concentrate. Now let's run the program here. First of all, we already dropped the table, right? Now you can see the table is created and the value is inserted inside it. Please concentrate, guys. Now I'm writing here. Select star from क्या था? Student values. Student values. Let's see. Now you can see right now 202 is there and BTech and ABC inserted because of this one. Because of this line of code. 202 will be initialized by the Hibernate only by @ID auto configuration feature, right? Now let's see, guys. Now right now we are done with this one. If we are trying to get the value, right? Let's give the value as what? 202. Let's give the value as what? 202. 202. Let's not use the get now, because if we have the get reference, why to go with get? Right? Let's use from today onwards, let's use the get reference only. So let's see, when we are going to run this program, guys, we are going to get the result as 202 ABC and BTech. Fine. Now I don't want the values, whatever the values present inside my class or inside my object. I don't want that value. I want to change the value. Means which query will be there, guys? Update. Now previously in Spring JDBC, are we writing the update query by ourselves? इसीलिए मैं चुप हूँ. Like for Monday starting of the week, I don't want to get angry. That's why I'm silent. Because I know तुम लोग करोगे वैसा. So tell me, in JDBC, manually we are writing everything or not? In Spring JDBC, are we writing the prepared statement connection and all those things? चलो लिखते हैं, ठीक है, गलत ही पढ़ो तुम लोग. लेट्स सी. Let's see. Now update query is there. We are not going to write the update query, right? Hibernate will write the update query, right? What use of Hibernate is that only. That Hibernate will not worry telling you to write the queries and DEO class. Everything is managed by the Hibernate itself. Let's see the things, guys, how to update. Chalo, let's see. Update value class. Tell me. For insert, which query we are using in Hibernate? I mean to say, which method we are using in Hibernate? Huh? Aisha? Persist. Previously, this persist is used as what? Older version. This is older version. Older version. For select, how many methods we have? What are the methods? Get and get reference. Get reference. Which is, as per the performance, which one is good? Get? Okay. In the older version, get reference is work as what? Load. In what? Older version. In the same manner, for update, guys, there is one method known as what? That's it. No need of writing any update query and all those. But for update, everybody remember this is very important for data JPA and all purpose. This thought is very important. That's why I'm teaching you explicitly, because in REST API, in future, whatever we are going to do, REST API, data JPA, we are going to use update method like several times. So update method, if we are checking, update method internally not going to check the value. Okay, let it be. First of all, tell me, what is the update query? Update any table, right? Any table. We are writing set name equals to some question mark or there or not? Right? Some question mark is there. Suppose ID equals to some question mark is there. And we are writing where name equals to, where address equals to, something like that. Suppose this is the query. Set value means what? You are trying to, there is already given table, right? There is already the table is given. You are trying to set the name and ID by finding out the address. This is the set. Means right now you are trying to modify the existing object or not. In the same manner, first of all, right now this query will be hit by the update method or by the Hibernate, but the issue is, first of all, we should have to get the object, and then we should have to modify the same object, right? This is the only way for updating. Insert, persist, select, get or get reference. Update means right now update we are going to work. Everybody concentrate. Now I'm writing here main. Right now I'm writing here session is there. Current session क्या था? Connection stabilizer dot get connection dot tell me what is that? What is the use of open session? Gumo. Travel. चलो transaction equals to new transactions. Is it? Then current session dot. What is the use of this? फालतू में सुबह सुबह एनर्जी क्यों वेस्ट करना, राइट? आई गेट। जब तुम लोग ये एनर्जी तुम लोग के काम का ही नहीं है तो फिर मैं वेस्ट क्यों करूं? मुझे बहुत काम है। हो सकता है इस एनर्जी से मैं और 50,000 कमा लूं कहीं, है ना? है ना? चलो अच्छी बात है। थैंक यू फॉर सेविंग माय एनर्जी गाइस। चलो लेट्स सी गाइस, ट्रांजैक्शन इज देयर। Now what I told you, that update method, if you are not interested, why should I interest? है कि नहीं? If you are not interested on study, why should I get interest everywhere? पागल हो गए? पढ़ो आराम से। In which way you want to study, study. बोलूंगा ही नहीं। चलो let's see. So now I'm writing here current. अब तुम लोग को पढ़ना है. If I will ask you the question, if you have the answer, give it. If you don't have the answer, don't give it. No issue. मेरा पैसा थोड़ी लगा है. I'm not unemployed right now, ना? I'm not searching for job, ना? मत पढ़ो. Again a new batch will start. Again settled है. ऐसे करते करते 3-4 साल. We will going to teach what? We are going to learn what? Spring. And after that we are going to find out the job, and there will be no job in the market after that because your time will be gone. Chalo, let's now let's start guys. So first of all, in the update, what we should have to do, we should have to get the object. Let's get the object. Tell me how to get the object. Oh sorry, don't tell me how to get the object. I will tell. Current session equals to get a reference is there. Right, get reference is there, where we should have to write here what guys? Student dot class, and primary key, you know, that's why we are going to write here primary key, because we know if we will write a wrong primary key, we will get the exception. Perfect. Chalo, let's see. Now we got the object. If we see the object right now, sys out of a reference, right? Two string will be printed, and we'll get the answer as, everybody see, we get the answer as ID 202, name ABC, and BTech degree as BTech. But that student like upgraded the degree of his, like from the bachelor degree he went for master degree. So I want to change the, right, change the modify the degree there, right? So after modification, you can see first of all what we are getting, we are getting the student details, and from the student details we are printing the details of the student, and after that I am trying to modify. So when I'm trying to modify here, right, what should we do? Same object will modify with the help of which method? Set method. And instead of BTech, we'll write what? MTech. After modification. Now I'm writing sys out of, what is that? Reference. Right, let's see. Before modification, we will write here so that the clarity will be there. Sys out. Before modification. Right, let's run the program and check out. So when we are going to run this program, you can see we'll get BTech, but after modification, the degree will become MTech. This is the only thing which is update method is doing. So update method, what you are doing? Update method, first of all, we are getting the object, and then we should have to modify the same object. Perfect. Let's see the next one. Now I want to remove the student. Remove value. Let's go for the main. Let's remove the value, guys. क्या हो गया? चलो session, current session, equals to tell me. Sorry. Connection stabilizer. मैं पूछा, मैं मत बताओ. I don't need the answers. Open session. Now we are writing here what? Transactions. Right? Transaction equals to. तुम्हें ऐसा ही टाइप का क्लास पसंद है ना? Like these exceptional things which I am providing you, you are taking that lightly. So be like Amir Pit style. Chalo, let's see. Current session dot begin transactions. Great. Let's remove it. And now we understood about the insert, select, update, and this one is a remove. So for remove or for delete query, right? For delete query, right now we have the method known as remove, right? But the issue is right now, you can check out the issue here. The issue is right now, we are writing different classes for different operations. Online people, are you there? Go. Chalo, let's see. Now I'm writing here क्या था? Remove, right? Remove value. So for remove value, what we are going to do, first of all, I should have to remove. So what is the delete query? Delete star from, or delete star from, you can say that table, something like that. The query is there, right? Now these queries are hit by Hibernate itself. So right now what we have to do, guys, first of all, right, we should have to get the result. Because see, if I try to write current session dot remove which object here, which object I have to delete, we don't have the idea. That's why first of all here also, first of all we should have to get the object, and then we should have to remove, remove the object. Let's remove the object, guys. So for removing the object, first of all we should have to get. So let's get the object. Current session dot get a reference, and then we are writing here student dot class, and then we are giving here 202, right? And then we are removing the I meant to say, first of all we are going to store this reference. Great. And then we should have to remove it, reference. Done. After that we should have to write here current session dot commit, close, right? Close. Before that we should have to commit. So transactions dot commit. Done. In the update also we missed that, right? Let's write here transactions dot commit and current session dot close. Let's, and after removing it, guys, let's give one sys out here so that data removed. Let's run the program and check out data is removed or not, right? Perfect. Deleted from student value where ID is this one because we are passing the ID here. So Hibernate internally understand, okay, fine, I have to remove the object based on the ID. Understood? So let's see. Let's check the SQL query. I mean to say SQL command prompt. Select star from student, no rows selected. Perfect. So we understood about two things. What are that? First of all, we done with the CRUD operation. CRUD operation is like insert, select, update, delete. In insert, we have direct methods. In select, we have the methods which have two types. Generally, we'll go for get reference. Update directly will not work. We should have to get the object and then we should have to modify. That's why for the update, first of all, we are using get reference. And after the reference, we are modifying which things needed. And then we are printing. The same thing with the remove also, we cannot directly remove, we need the current reference. That's why we are calling the get reference. And then we are calling the remove. Perfect. Chalo, let's see. I hope everybody is clear on that. नहीं भी रखे कौन सा तुम लोग जवाब ही दे दोगे. So if you don't have the clarity, read it by your own. Let's see. पैसों के लिए पढ़ाता तो ऐसा पढ़ाता. If I will teach for money, I will teach like this. Everybody understood ना? अब क्या है इसमें भाई यही बताऊंगा. Transaction is there. It's not about no. It's here. Transaction update is there. For updating, first of all, we should have to get the object. We should have to modify it. Remove. We should have to get the object. We should have to modify it. Everybody understood this one. If I stand also, I will do this same thing. But the difference is that 1.5 hours is not feeling bored to you. And when the time will goes, you will not understand and the concept will be directly in your head. But if I teach here, 30% student will learn. 50% student will get diverted. And the 20% student will not exist also. ईमान नहीं मानता दोस्त, इसीलिए खड़ा होना पड़ा. तुम लोग नहीं पढ़ोगे, it's my responsibility to teach. मत पढ़ो. चलो, let's see the next one. Not understanding the outside situations, guys. "15 candidates are there. In the 15 candidates, 14 had given the same answers. Not 14, 12. 12 had given, or 15, all 15 had given. All 15 had given the, right? Given the answer of what is Spring Framework. Only one question asked. In GD something type of Spring Framework. Only 2% had given the definition plus analysis plus uses. 15 out of 15 had given the answer of Spring Framework. 2% had only given the definition, analysis and uses. Both are selected direct from GD to managerial round. First of all, reaching for this one, they had passed 1050 written test. 1050 candidate had given the written test. Among that 15 selected, and the 15 selected, only they had asked with Spring Framework recently. I'm talking about Friday and Thursday or Friday. 2 people had given the analysis answer. In managerial round, they had given one REST API with different data set and security with the help of AI. Both the person had created the code with the use of AI, but only one is selected. Because with the AI, who is selected, had given the answer and explanation of the code flow. So in 105, how many candidates selected? 1. And that too, the candidate is well aware of AI and all those. This is not the story, this is the reality. Now you think about which person you want. Yeah, either. And my technique and my skills is directly hitting this place. Because you are not going to give the definition, you know the users and you can analyze it. As well as with the AI support, you can explain the code because each and every line you know. This first day only I had crossed this line to you. इस लाइन में खड़ा ही नहीं होता. But वो होता है ना, like you don't have the respect of the content. That's what you guys are doing, because I had made the Spring easy, right? That's why you're thinking it's easy. Class में समझ जाएंगे. Bro, try करो YouTube से भी पढ़ना. There is YouTube videos also available in Spring. Obviously, try from YouTube. You can find out the difference, and then you can find out the respect of the content, not the respect of mine. Yeah, I mean to say, first of all, I don't need the pressure respect. You know what is pressure respect? Good morning, bolo. Good evening, bolo. No. Why should you have to tell? I don't need it. तुम पढ़ने आओ या मुझे good morning, good evening करने आओ? No. You should have to respect the content. Decide करो which type of way you should have to be. In which way you will attend the class, in which way you will give the answer, in that way I am going to teach. If you want to teach like a normal manner, you should be here. If you want the exceptional way, which is my own way, which no AI can replace it, no people can replace it, then you should have to give the answer in my class. That too exact, because I'm giving the chances for giving the wrong answers also. Give the wrong answer, I by myself is telling, so that after that you will not going to commit the same wrong answer. So if you need in this way, your wish, what you should have to do. Let's see. Let's move out to the next topic, guys. Say time waste खुद का करते हो और मेरा भी. Let's see. Now the student have different address. Suppose. Now every student have the address. Right? Let's see. So let's create a class known as address class. Everybody concentrate here. Address class is there. Now inside this address class, everybody concentrate. It's very important one. Inside this address class, guys, now we have private string, street, or pin code. Pin code is there. Private string, street, private string, landmark, these type of things are available in the address. Right? Now this address, tell me now, this address right now, I want to make it, I want to tell Hibernate to take the data of my classes and act as a value for the database. Which annotation? @ entity. Perfect. Now let's see, guys, we should have to write here column. So every street, every landmark, every area have their unique pin code. For unique pin code, what we should have to write? Primary key, which is reflected by ID here. Right? Now, can we change the name of this one? How? @ Can we give the length? Okay. Now name equals to what is there? Pin code. Right? Area pin code. Area pin code. Right? Pin code is there. Let's see. Street and landmark, let it be like that. No need to change the name because everything is there. Exact place. Or you can give in the manner like a normal way. Exact place. Or nearby. Nearby. Landmark. You can say like that. Okay. Now the student have the address. Right now you can see that. Tell me here. Student, yeah. Student class is there. Now the student class has the address or student class is the address. So we will use inheritance or composition. Is there any advantage of composition? Tell me. सर फ्राइडे का पढ़ा है, याद ही नहीं रह रहा है. एक महीने पहले का पूछ रहे हो. Whatever I teach in the Friday, sir, whatever you taught in the Friday, I cannot able to deliver that thing on Monday. Here you are asking about the July, August. Unfair, sir, unfair. Chalo, let's private address has a relation. Address. Okay, done. Great. Everybody understand it, guys, properly. Now, tell me, you should have to understand. We have how many class, guys? 2 classes there. Okay. We had written only what? Entity. What this entity will do? What this entity will do? Tell the Hibernate that treat these data as a data for the database or not? Okay. Where this data will be stored inside the table or not? Have we written any table? No. Means, is it directly indicating that this address we don't want to create the table? We want when the student will be loaded, then all the address also will be loaded? Without creating the database, Okay, see, this is at the rate entity? Yes. This at the rate entity have all the value. Again, here also I'm telling Hibernate that treat this value as the data for the database. Now what I'm doing, I had written what guys? At the rate table. When I had written at the rate table, what we are telling Hibernate, that Hibernate create a table name as what? Student values, and insert these data by creating the rows and columns or not? Okay. Now that's why we had written table here. Okay. Now in the address here, whatever the address we had written here, guys. No. In the address you can see, guys, here we had not written here any table. The difference between these two is there, that both Hibernate will treat. Everybody see, Hibernate will treat these value for the database. But I want to create only which table, guys? Student table, not the table of address. Now everybody concentrate here, right? Now everybody concentrate. Now we are going for the phase here. Let's start here. And then we are writing here class, and the class name is add address, add the address. Now let's go for this class here, main method, right? Main method. And then we are writing here session, right? Session is there. Current session equals to connection stabilizer. No need of writing every time. What is that? Get connection dot open session. When you are telling the words, please in your mind try to tell the answer what this will do. Transactions equals to current session dot begin transaction. Tell the answer by yourself internally. Okay, let's set the value, guys. Let's set the value. Let's set the value, guys. Now let's write here. So first of all, I'm trying to set the value. Okay, let me drop the table first of all, so that we should get the exact answer. Drop the student value, drop, and we are writing here commit. Select star from drop DSC of student value. Sorry, DSC of student value. Everybody concentrate. Student values. No object is there because there is no value, no table created right now by ourselves. From Hibernate only it will create. Everybody concentrate now. Now what we are going to do, guys, we are not going to use this app, get, remove and all those methods. Please concentrate here. Now what we are going to do, we are going to write here student one equals to new student. Concentrate, guys. Student one dot set ID need to set, guys. ID need to set. Right. Set name equals to, suppose the ABC name is there. Student one equals to set degree equals to, suppose the BTech is there. And I have to set the address here. Everybody concentrate. Set the address. Now for setting the address, we should have to create the object of address or not? Yes, we should have to create the object. This is the address, na? This is the reference variable, right or not? For setting the reference variable, first of all, we should have to create the object of that class, na? So we are writing here what, guys? Address equals to new address. Remember why I am teaching this. This is very important for you for the future purpose for next 1-2 days. That's why I'm writing this one, right? Now let's go. Okay. Sorry. Here we had missed what, guys? We had missed what? At the rate what, guys? Data, right? at the rate data, which will provide me all the accessor method. So address dot, you can see set the pin code. We should have to set the pin code or it will auto generate. Tell me, we should have to or auto generate? We should have to set. How it will be auto generate? Huh? At the rate generate value. Can we do here? Why? This is common sense. Can we generate value? Why? Because we are not created this as what, guys? Table. And inside the table only it will generate the primary key and auto generate now. But have we created this table? We told Hibernate just to treat this class values as the database values. With the help of which annotation? At the rate entity. So we should have to set the value by our own. Everybody concentrate this, right? Set pin code. Right? Set street. Right? Address dot set landmark. Okay? Let's see. So this is there. Now everybody concentrate. Now we are done with set address. Now let's set the address, guys. Right? Let's set the address. So set the address means which we have to pass, guys? Address. Okay, perfect. Now we are done. We had created the object of address and we had set the address in the student. Okay, let's see. Now we should have to store this student or not? Yes. Now tell me, guys, everyone, concentrate. We should have to store address or student both, or we should have to store only one. Again, I'm asking. Student is act as what, guys? Table. Address is act as what, guys? Values. Now, have we written any table? Do we need to call the persist method? Again, I'm asking. Student is act as a table. Inside this table, rows are inserted or not? Rows are deleted or not? Rows are updated or not? So if the table is available, then you will write persist method or not? If I am writing here address, do we created this as table? So do we have to, do we get any rows and columns? So if we don't get the rows and column, do we have to write the persist and update and all those methods? So we should have to set which class as persist. I mean to say which method, which class we should have to set. Address class with a persist or student class with a persist. If I am going to write here current session dot which method? Persist method with address class, is it going to find out any, it will call which method? It will call which query? Insert query. Who will call insert query? Hibernate. So it will go and check the address class table is available or not. So it will give you exception or not. But that's why we cannot have to write this one. Now which one we should have to set, guys? Student 1. Now we are going to set the student 1 here. Everybody concentrate here. Student 1 here. And then we are writing here. Everybody concentrate. We are writing here transactions dot what, guys? Commit. Right? And we have to write here current session. Sorry. After this comment. Current session dot which method, guys? Close. Close method. Right? Okay. Now before that, let's write here. Data added. Data added. Now everybody concentrate here. Data added here. Now I'm going to run this program and check out the execution flow. First of all, check out the execution flow. Execution flow is, first of all, address class is created. the student class having some value where address class is also stored as a reference. This is the reference, means right now all these value will by default present in the student class or not? Yes. Now we are trying to set whom? We are trying to set the student. When we are trying to set the student, by default address is also going to store inside the student only in the. Okay. Now let's run the program, guys, and check out what actually we are getting. Are we getting the data store or are we getting something else? Everybody concentrate here. Right? Let's see. Everybody concentrate. Now, if we look at this one exception, we are going to get what? Could not determine or recommended JDBC type for Java type for. Are you understanding? See, I cannot analyze it. कहाँ गया? हाँ. I cannot analyze it. Who is telling? Hibernate is telling that I don't understand what this address is. I don't have the idea about it. Why you don't have the idea? You are asking why do you don't have the idea? I had given you address this one, na? Right? Okay. Do one thing. I am also writing as for your purpose. Treat this inside. Okay. Right now, student will create the table or not? Yes. Now you are telling, okay, treat this as the right. Treat this as a row, as a column in the database whose name is student address. Student address. Now you can understand. Now you are again going for and asking the Hibernate. Now the Hibernate is telling, right? Hibernate is telling, are stupid, listen one thing. If I don't understand what is the type of address, how I can store the column inside your student class? मुझे ये पता ही नहीं चल रहा है. I don't have the idea. Right? I don't have the idea. मला माहित नहीं. Are you understanding? Listen, I was trying there, right? So understand this. Who is telling you these things? Hibernate is telling you these things. Now the Hibernate is telling you these things, then you should have to provide some idea to the Hibernate. That's why for representing one class, are you understanding the requirement, guys? Exactly. If we write here only the entity class, then your idea definitely in your mind one thing is coming. Sir, give it as what? Table. Okay. Give the name as what? Name as what? Student address. Right? Student address. Perfect. Then it will work, na sir? Hibernate to ऐसे ही पागल है, right? Right? Are you telling, sir, Hibernate will not understand this as entity? Na? Then give it as table, sir. Then the problem will resolve. Everybody concentrate. Every possibility is telling. Again it is telling. मुझे नहीं पता चल रहा है. Right? Then you are telling, acha, I got your solution. I am going here configuration. Right? In the configuration, I will write here in one more mapping class. Right? One more mapping class I am going to write. Which mapping class? Now I am going to give the mapping here. Everybody can concentrate here. Mapping here. Class equals to what is that, guys? com dot nit dot tell me entity dot what is that? Address is there. Then you are asking the Hibernate that, bro, now tell me, are you going to understand this? Right? Let's see. Now you are writing this one. Now everybody concentrate here. Now you are telling this one. Okay, he's telling, see here, possibly due to the missing. He's telling, मुझे नहीं पता भाई. This is two different class. You can write. Are you understanding? First of all, this is very, very important interview question which I am telling you right now in a very low level language, guys. The Hibernate configuration, whatever you are using and you are writing here, for the purpose of its, if you are trying to create two different class. This could be possible when you are trying to create two different class. But right now, my class is using, student class is using what? Address. And I want from the student only the address will be going to inserted instead of creating the separate table. Right? right? Instead of creating the separate table, I need these information. That's why if I write a class, everybody see, now we are in the conclusion. Now the story is built in your mind. Now we are coming to the conclusion. Right now, if I write here address, and inside the address, guys, if we go here, right, inside the address, if we go here, and if we try to write only the entity, Hibernate will understand that, okay, these values right now, I have to store these values while creating the student table or not? Yes. At the rate entity is telling you what? Treat the value as a value for the database. Now for the data, which database you had created? Student database. And you had written address or not? Yes. Now when the Hibernate will go for the address class, guys, it is searching for the address class. Inside the address class entity is there. Hibernate will understand, okay, these value also treat as the data for the database. Perfect. But right now, if we are going to set it by your own, by writing these things, right, and we are going to run this program, we will not get any type of value. We will get what? Exception, right? If you try mapping also with the help of Hibernate configuration file, if you try to mapping also by writing the table also, it's not possible. That's why one annotation came into the picture known as embeddable. The use of embeddable is you don't want to create the, everybody concentrate, you don't want to create any table for specific requirement you want while loading a table which is already present. Everybody concentrate, which is already present, while I mean to say, see, you don't want to create any table for the specific requirement. What is the requirement? Our student class is trying to add the address. This address is a class. Now you don't want to create the table for this address, right? You want, while loading the table which is already present, means while loading the table which is already present, these data also take part, right? These class data also take part in the same, everybody understand, these data also take part in the same existing table. Then we have to make this class as, right, make this class as entity and have to add the annotation known as, tell me guys, known as what? Embeddable, right? Embeddable. Very rare questions will be there. A very real peoples have the idea about these particular terms. Directly if you ask embeddable, nobody can understand, right? Now you can see, guys, everybody tell me. Now I'm going to show you the result. You will tell me the answer of embeddable. Let's go for the add address, guys, and let's see. Let's run the program, right? Let's run the program here. Okay. Sorry. कहाँ लिखा मैंने entity? We are setting it now. कहाँ गया? Add address. What is the issue? Let me check. Fine. Let's see. Data added. You are not creating here. You are not creating table. Then why to give the primary key? First of all, understand the main logic is that only. If you are not creating any table, are you going to give the primary key and everything? No, that's it. No, nothing. What should be existing for the columns and all, we should not have to give it, right? Let's see, guys. Now you can see how many queries are there. First of all, you can see select student value. Now you can see insert it to student. Which table is created only? Student value. And you can see right now it is adding which values, guys? Nearby area, pin code, street, student degree, student name, and all those things are not. You can check out all the things which is present here in the address class is set inside set inside the student class. Everybody concentrate. Let's go here and check in the database. Select star from student value. Right? You can check out. You can check out right now. अरे के कुछ ज्यादा बड़ा नहीं हो गया? हाँ. You can see nearby pin code and all those 252 is there. Right? Nearby Oracle is there. 52 pin code is there. Right? MTech is there. BTech is there. ABC and all those type of things are there. Okay, great. Everybody concentrate here. Now see here how the execution flow will be there. This is very confusing purpose. First of all, understand. First of all, when you are trying to set the value, which value? Student 1. Like student 1 will call this address class or not? Yes, it will call the address class. When it will go for the address class, the Hibernate will treat the entity as what, guys? It is Hibernate will understand, do one thing, all these value store in the existing table or not? What is the existing table, guys? Student. Now it will go and check the student class. Now it will going for the student class. In the student class, it is checking, okay, address is there. Okay, I can set the value, but tell me one thing. Can I recognize this class? Yes, I can recognize this class. Why? Because the address class is added with the which annotation? @embeddable. That's why it can be inserted. Okay, let's see, guys. Let's see. Now let's fetch the value. Let's fetch the value, right? Let's see. Now I'm writing here. Everybody concentrate. Now I'm writing here. Let's go, guys. Here only we are going to fetch the value. What is the particular primary key? 252. Okay, great. Let's see, guys, everybody. Data added. Okay. Let's go here. Sys out, fetching the data. Sys out, fetching the data. Right? Fetching the data. Let's go here, guys. Now we are going to write here what? Tell me first. Current session dot. Tell me. Get reference. Get reference we are writing. And which class, guys? Student or address? Student. Student dot class. Now let's go here and write here 252. 252. Right? 252 is there. And let's call the method. Let's call the method. Now instead of that, we should have to write here what, guys? Reference. Reference. ToString will be called or not? Yes. Let's run the program and check out is the data is giving exact things or not. Right? You can see here ID, name, degree, pin code, everything is available or not. In this way in Hibernate, you can insert the reference variable. Right? For primitive variable, we are setting the value. For reference variable, we are going to use which concept, guys? @embeddable. Everybody understood that? Everybody understood that? Okay, fine. Now do one thing. Have you bought the laptop? Or notebook, anything? ये program मेरे सामने लिखो. Write down this program in your notebook fast. Because this is very important. If you have an idea of this one, you will understand. Everybody concentrate here and write it down. First of all, I need take the student. I will not show you the address class and I will not show you the main method. Just I'm giving you the reference of this student. Now your task is what? You should have to write. Don't write student class. Directly write the address class and directly write the main method for me. And inside the main method, there should be exact code. Every code, current session, session factory, configuration, everything will be there. In 5 minutes to 10 minutes, write down in your notepad. No need of, if you have the capability of writing fast, you can do the programming right now. Otherwise, just in the notepad or notebook, just write down the address class for me. Chalo fast. Online people, share the address class as well as the main method class. Fast. See this class, student class, analyze the address class, guys, and write it down. Address class have pin code, street and landmark. So think about this one and write down address class fast. And main method. With each and every annotation. Not a single annotation could be missed. Don't write the student class. Only I need address and main method class. Shall I write down the main methods? Each and every code. Don't write connection stabilizer because I had created, that's why I'm using. Stupids. You are also writing connection stabilizers. इसीलिए zombies बोलता हूँ तुम लोगों को.
ଇଚ୍ଛା ଯୋଉଦିନ ନେଇଛି ତମେ ସେତେବେଳେ ଛୁଟି ରଖିଛ ନା ତମ ୱେକ୍ ଅପ୍ଟା କେବେ ହେବ ତମେ ଏପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ କ୍ଲିୟର ହେଇନା ଏଇଟା ତମର ଅବଜେକ୍ସନ୍ ଠିକ୍ ହେଲା ଯଦି କୌଣସି ଗୁପ୍ତା ରାଜି ଖାଇବି ତ ମୁଁ ଯିବି ନାହିଁ ବୁଝିପାରୁଛୁ ନା ଗୁପ୍ତା ରାଜି ପାର୍ସରୀ ସଫଳ ଏସବୁ ଖାଇବି ସେତେ ମରଣ ମୁଁ ଯିବି ନାହିଁ ବୁଝିପାରୁଛୁ ନା ମୁଁ ଗଲେ ସେ ଯେତେ ପଇସା ନେଉଛି ନେଉ ନହେଲେ ଆସ କରିକି ଯିବୁ ଏଠିକି ଆ ଯୁବ ହରେ ଦୋକାନ ଯୋଉ ସେ ତମ କ'ଣ କର ଚାଲିଛି ପାନ ବାଲି
Okay. Online people, have you shared me any particular answer yet? Online people, are you there? Yeah. Now that's the mistake only I want to see, and I had seen the mistake in each and every people. There. अरे इधर आओ क्या लिखे कहाँ बनाया तो मेरा यहाँ पे है पूरा क्लास लिखने बोला था तुमको I'm using connection stabilizer. That's why I'm using air connection stabilizer. Stupids. Chalo, see guys, everybody. The problem with you guys are what? See here, I had seen that coding part. That's what I have to reflect. Everybody concentrate here. When you are writing any class, everybody concentrate. When you are writing any class, suppose you are writing here public class, suppose here employee anything. You should have to first analyze in your own that this class is for what purpose. Everybody concentrate. What purpose? This class I am creating for right now for the purpose of storing into database, right? Means first of all I have to tell Hibernate to treat the values, whatever the variables are there, everybody see here, whatever the variables are there, treat these values as a value for the database. That's why I'm writing what guys? Entity. Now the next one. Now we should have to decide, are we going to create the table of this class or we are going to reuse it? So if you are going to create that table, you are writing what guys? Table. If we are going to reuse it, is the table I have to write? No. Then I have to tell that, okay, if I want to reuse it, I have to write here which annotation guys? Embeddable. Right? Embeddable. If I write embeddable annotation, annotation, then only the other class where I am using this one can be reflected or not? Yes. This is the way you should have to write. This is the way you should have to treat a class. I hope everybody is clear about it. Fine. So right now, practice this program by your own. Take this. Take the image of this one. Take the screenshot. Already you are taken now. No. Okay. Take this one, guys, and practice this program by your own. I don't think screenshot image needed. Okay, let it be. Online people, take the screenshot of this one. Okay, done. Take the address. Right? The next one. Yeah. Take this update value. Update one. How to update. Take the screenshot of this update value. Yeah. Take the remove value. Now your task is what, guys? Your task is right now in your lab or in your room also, or online people also. Your task is create one application, create one program, right? Where employee designation, right? Three things are there. Everybody concentrate. Now employee is there. Employee should be there. Employee as per your data, as your wish. Designation is there. Designations are there. As well as some you can say that company address is there. Company address is there. Address is there. Now this is one class. Everybody concentrate. This is one class. Employee have the name. Everybody see. Employee have the name. Employee have the ID. Employee have the address. Not designation. Take employee address. Everybody see here. Employee address. Employee this ID is there. Address is there. Employee address is there. Employee address is there. And the next one is what? Company address is there. Company address is there. Inside the company address, guys, landmark like street will be there. Location will be there. And location will be there. Employee address. In the company address, name will be there. Street will be there. Everybody concentrate here. Street will be there. And location will be there. Now, you should have to create the table of only employee. Right? Don't create the table for this one. Don't create the table for this one. The same thing. Don't create the table for, right, company address. Now this is the class. This is also one class. And this is also one class. Right? This is your question here. Right? This is your requirement here. Take the image of this requirement, guys, and try to, online people, take the screenshot of this requirement, right, and try to complete this program. Right, in the lab also, if you are going to the lab or if you are going to your room right now, please after some time, please try to complete this program only. Okay, tomorrow we are going to start the Hibernate mapping and I will show you one real-time concept which you are working on daily. Okay, chalo, fine. You can leave, guys. Online people, please try to complete and come on tomorrow at the same time. Thank you, guys.